In general, there are three areas that affect children with autism. There's social skills, language, and behavior. So for social skills, you'll see children who have limited eye contact or no eye contact at all. They have trouble making age-appropriate or developmentally appropriate relationships with their peers. Oftentimes children, when they resist cuddling or holding, and they seem unaware of other people's feelings. So they have difficulty negotiating social interactions. And they also have a hard time with reciprocal social interactions, which means like sharing and experiencing excitement for someone else. And they typically like to play alone. So many parents will describe that children seem to be in their own world, and it's hard to pull them out of that. For language skills, you'll see children who have delays in language. They may be later developmentally in talking. There may be a point where they don't talk at all. You'll notice children with autism have more of an unusual speech pattern. So they may have some sing-song rhyming as they talk, or it may be more robotic. And they have a hard time maintaining eye contact and expressing their needs and wants. So, a young child might say, I want this, and an autistic child, may not say that even though they really may want it. And they also have a hard time maintaining and starting a conversation in an age-appropriate way. And for behavior, you'll see some repetitive movements, so more stereotyped movements. You'll see things like hand flapping or spinning and rocking movements. For some autistic children, they seem to develop non-functional patterns or rituals or routines that they do. So for some children, getting dressed in the morning, may be a challenge, but they also may need to do it in a certain way every day, the same way. And some parents will report that when they're driving to school, they need to have the same route every day. Otherwise, a child, they find it very upsetting, any kind of change or transition, and they'll end up having a tantrum or having more aggressive behaviors. Other behaviors that you may see is that a child may be fascinated with just parts. So a typical functioning child may play with a truck on the ground, whereas an autistic child may be more interested in watching the wheels spin on the truck in more of a repetitive fashion. You'll also see children with autism will have unusual sensitivities to pain or touch or sound and light. So some children will report that it's just way too bright, or if they're in a classroom, there's just too much noise and it's hard for them to function. And other children may be more sensitive to pain, and some are less tolerant.